Hello everybody, welcome to Into the Hairpin. I am Paladin and I hope everybody can hear me. We are starting soon with the race and stuff. Let me check. Audio seems fine. Okay, let's join the event server as spectator. That seems about right. Alright. Okay, I have prepared some small things. First, I think it's only fair to show you guys a little bit of the track. If you have viewed the last episode of the news, then you already know this lap from me. But yeah, this is basically the Baku circuit. We start off on the long main straight, then come two left-handers. This is the second one here. Then right-handers, these are all 90 degrees turns, so a good opportunity for overtaking in my opinion. Then here a little bit of fiddly stuff. I had some troubles getting the lap there together. Here comes the castle section. This is where Charles Leclerc crashed, and I think somewhere around these turns, but I am not quite sure, is where Grosjean had his off and blamed Ericsson, or his race engineer actually blamed Ericsson, I think. Yeah, then here at the end, some very fast sweeping corners. The downforce of the cars comes to play here, and then we are on the massive long start-finish straight. Also huge moments here with Daniel Ricciardo delivering his overtakes. Max Verstappen's tire blowout. All these stuffs here. Lewis Hamilton going straight on, and Vettel scoring a podium for Aston Martin here. All of these great moments in this great track, and this is what it looks from above. Thank you so much to Liscomis for helping me out with giving the track map here. And as you can see, yeah, Sector 1 is quite straight ahead. It's like only 90 degrees bends. The best overtaking opportunities are into turn 1 and into turn 3. Maybe also into turn 2 if you get side by side to turn 1, but this is rather hard. Maybe also at the end of the beginning of Sector 2, the very tight right-hander there at the beginning of the castle section. But honestly, yeah, it's a great track. I love to see it. I love to watch the track in F1 myself. It's a fantastic race. Always delivers good entertaining racing. Not unlike other tracks, but not all of them, honestly, in F1. And I think I'll grab something to drink. I'll leave you with the track map. And I am back for now. Okay, let's go over the championship. Hello, by the way. So I also showed this in the news episode this week, but I think it's nice for everybody to have a look themselves. So we have Charged in the lead. Behind him is Grandi. And this is mainly because Charged obviously won the the last race, so in Stanford, charged one with a good performance. He was very, very strong there, even though he crashed with Stealth, who led the race for a very long time. Or rather, Stealth crashed with Darren, and Stealth then collected Charged, who was right behind these two. But yeah, anyway, Charged with the first place, 153 points currently. Grandi in P2 with 143. Then we have Nestori with 104 points. Stealth with 87 points in fourth. Then McVision, Jono Hendrik. Kusandari, Foseni, Taxiwetter, Yomeli, Yukiboy, Vispa, J-Ben, Stremet, Cyberpunk, Proxy, Evo, Iggy Hava, Umpa, Darren Gurney, Whiplash, Thales, Radi, Couchferret, Rotzim, Grongos, Pera, Setamis, Dax Werner, Gregory Pecci, Mr. Bubbles, and Yehuda-san in P32. So this is a 32 driver championship. Actually, the first 20 placed drivers all scored points, which is fantastic to see. What still amazes me is that Forseni is still in the top 10 with only 2 free placed positions. Free places. With 2 free places, Forseni is still in P9. If he comes back, he might still have a chance of scoring like P6 or something like this. It's crazy actually. If you look at the Constructors' Championship, McLaren is in the lead, but only barely by 19 points. We have then Mercedes behind with 230 to McLaren's 249. Then we have Sauber, so the team that McVision drives for example, or Dremet or Ikiava. We have the Racing Bulls, Red Bull, Alpine, Ferrari, Williams, Haas, Cadillac, Aston Martin, and Audi. Interestingly enough, only the top 2 positions of every qualified car are considered for the Constructors' Championship, and I'm not quite sure how it looks on drivers. By the way, Dremet won't drive today. He wrote in, not in chat, but in, how's it called? In the Discord, he wrote that he just had his second kid, so congratulations to Dremet. I think I hope that he and his wife are having a good time. They can find some relaxation and have fun with the small kid joining their ranks now. I hope the kid gets a very good education in terms of race. Oh, McVision won't drive as well, Igiava just wrote, which is unfortunate for Sauber. So Igiava, you have to hold up the green flag there, and you have to see if you can score some good points. Yeah, so we got over the championship standings. Let's hide these for now. Track map, what's this? Oh, that's Baku. Track map, nice. I have this here as well. What is this? Ah, that's the... Oh, I am very prepared today, guys. Okay. Salva yet to score 0 points in GP. I hope you don't make this the first time today. That would be fantastic. Gonna make it true for tomorrow. What do you mean with tomorrow? Or do you mean you gotta make it true for the race today? Oh yeah, with time delay, probably it's tomorrow in a few minutes for you. Yeah. So the fastest strategy on hand is the one-stopper, starting on mediums and going to hards with a pit window between lap 16 and 19. The alternative strategy is a soft hard soft with pit window of 9 to 12, so lap 9 to 12 and lap 29 to 32. Then there's an alternative to the alternative. Okay, yeah, the alternatives are all called alternatives. You can go medium, soft, medium, which is an interesting strategy. I think I would prefer this to the soft, hard, soft. Yeah, I think I would, honestly. But you can also take every kind of tire compound. So medium, soft, hard is also an alternative, or like iterations from that. You can do a soft, medium, soft, which seems weird because you are like overdoing all the tire compounds. So you're staying out for what, like 12 laps on soft both times? That seems excessive. You can do a hard, soft, hard. You can do soft, hard, which looks interesting. But you have to really take a long stint on the hards. I mean, you could make up a lot of space in the early laps, or you start on hard, stay out for a very long time, overcut a lot of the field, then come in and take the softs. Also possible. But yeah, we are seeing it will be either a one stop or a two stop. I think most teams will take the one stop because it's simply safer. If I would be sponsored now, then Simply Safe would come out here now. I'm sorry, I am not. But no, I'm happy, honestly. It's a lot of headache to have. Okay. Seems like we are heading in the right direction. Because there's 14 drivers connected already. Or safer. In my opinion, two stoppers are safer on wall tracks. Yes, safer because you're often visiting the pit lane, or you're twice as likely to visit the pit lane. But I mean, in terms of real F1, you come in twice. There's twice as much of things that can go wrong in the pit stop. And honestly, this might also be the case for TSU because you stop incorrectly, or you get punted in the back, or I don't know, you press the wrong button, you choose the wrong tire compounds. A lot of things still can happen. So I think it's still safer to stay to have the one stop in general. Cyberpunk is trying to get more people to join. So far we made it to 15 players. I'm sorry, by the way, if my chair is very noisy. You know what? Let's do something smart. I am an engineer after all. And I recently bought some great universal oil, some ballast oil. And this is so funny. That's why I want to share it, because it's okay for the skin. It's biologically degradable. It's safe for the environment, and it's still like a good medium for like to prevent rust on metallic surface. This is not like a recent product. Ballistol is very, very old. I think 80 years at least. It's used as a weapons oil normally, And I'll spray some on my chair so that it stops squeaking so much. Huh? I mean, I am a rather heavy guy after all, so... but it smells weird, honestly. If I may say this, I also like to use WD-40 for similar applications. WD-40 smells way nicer than Ballistool. But results are still good. But I hope this is okay on plastic surfaces. I will find out the hard way. Okay, there's still not a lot happening, but we should start to quali soon, which is only 4 minutes after 9, which is way earlier than I expected it to be. And I hope you can see everything. I think the audio should work. Yes, level is loading perfectly. Let's move this over here and let's click here. So good luck to all drivers. Oh yeah, the game is definitely audible, maybe even a little bit too loud. Let me know if the game sound is too loud, please. Let's spectate. No, we don't, I always forget that we don't get engine sounds. Let's spectate. Charged, come on, I love it. Charged is so good. He will deliver, honestly. I am very much in favor for a Charged win today. If I would have to bet on it, I would say it's hard to say before qualifying, but I would say charged Nestori, Grandi, Tax Evader, and then I say Stealth. Yeah. So McLaren 1-2, then comes Mercedes, and then Red Bull. But let's see. Charged honestly with a rather collision heavy first lap. This is not what we want to see, but I mean, he has to get into a rhythm. That is always the challenge with racing. You have to get into a rhythm, and especially for 2-lap qualifying. Yes, 2 times 3 is the 6 laps, but there's always the pressure of getting eliminated. But interestingly enough, Charged still with the fastest lap out there. We see a couple of 104s, some 105s there. We see a lot of 105s of Charged there. Again, with a collision, you see how much he is on the limit of the track and on the limit of the car as well, of course. Currently Radi in P15. The question is, with only 15 drivers, is this still Q3 or just does everybody get a free pass and then we move on to Q2? Interesting to think about. Would be funny to see how this would be managed in F1 with a lot of cars like missing or something like this. But anyway, not that important right now. Just my own curiosity kicking in. Let's see if Charged can stay on course. And yes, he can, it seems like. Also, Kusandari, rather surprisingly. Hey, McWisson! Ah, okay, that's Q1. Why aren't you racing today? That is a shame. I wanted to root for Sauber again. That is sad. Honestly sad. Yeah, okay. We have Charged and Grandi, Nestori, Kosandari, Stealth, J-Pens, Yomeli, Taxivader, Umpa, Darren, Igiava, Yuki, Cyberpunk, Radi, Para, and Cyberpunk. So, Radi, Para, Cyberpunk, Yugi, and Igiava all get eliminated. Darren Gurney making it into the top 10 by only a smidge of a second. Ah, Family Day, okay. Yeah, that's honestly a good reason to skip. So Darren made it into the top 10. Also Umpa for Cadillac. And we have Taxivader, Yomeli, J-Bands, Stealth, Kusandari. Kusandari in P4. That is a welcome surprise, honestly. I would have not expected it. There's some stupid discussion going on. With I don't know what actually. People getting told to move to spectator. Okay. Okay, Taxivader said he had troubles with connection, but he's still in. Wait. I would love to have the ability to just send in a video clip. Here with like, calm yourself, gentlemen. From like Tango and Chain, for example. Okay, we stay with Charged once more, I would suggest. It's so amazing that you can take these last couple of corners, you can all take them flat out, but you have to be on point with your turn ends, otherwise you will crash into the barriers or you have to lift. Well, very aggressive first turn from Charged losing a lot of time there, but he makes it up into turn 2 where Kusandari has a little fumble. I think that should be Grandi. No, it's Stealth actually. Charged braked a little earlier here and a little stronger and therefore gained the upper hand on the exit speed. That was very interesting. And here as well, Charged with a little bit of the more opportunistic line, I think, with a little bit more advantage. And here also doing a little bit of a more aggressive V-shape into the corner instead compared to Stealth there. And even with his mistake in the very first corner, Charged still manages to beat Stealth by quite a margin. I mean, there's like 1.5 cars now between them. Very close between J-Bands and Stealth, not Stealth, Kusandari right now. But Nestori actually scores the fastest lap right now. But honestly, I think this is due to Charge doing a small mistake on the first corner that cost him a little bit time there. Also here, a little nick into the wall, but this doesn't slow him down that much, I believe. I think he is fine. I mean, obviously the collision cost a little bit of time, but not that much compared to the previous lap. And he is already 1/10 up to his old time, and he is also faster in sector 2 than his teammate. And I think this is a crazy lap incoming. I think he will be able to beat Nestori here. Yes, indeed. Only barely. What is Nestori capable of? Nestori doesn't find the lap time to improve. Stealth in P3, no, Grandi in P3. Stealth P4, Oompa P5, Taxi Vader in P6, which is impressive. And yeah, J-Benz, Darren, then Cosandri and Jormeli with a very respectable P10 for Ferrari. Also, Darren in P8 is amazing, but yeah, charged, how do you say that? The lap of charged was amazing. Yes, a small touch there to the wall, but as I said, it doesn't slow him down that much, and it was simply brilliant, simply amazing, honestly, what he is capable of. Yeah, Kusa was a little slower than before. He was also in the 1-4 window, or at least approaching it. I think he didn't get all things together that he needed for a precise lap. But yeah, sometimes it is what it is. We are gaining and losing some players at the same time. Please disable the turn. Cyber actually asked. No, Cyber actually asked me for that. He enjoys it because then he has the commentary and can focus on racing and doesn't have to focus on commentating. That's why he uses my commentary as well there. Also, if you are watching two streams side by side, then you can just tell him in his stream chat, I guess. No, I'm fine with it, honestly. I found the idea a little weird in the beginning, but it makes sense. Because, my cousin, you know how it is. If you are driving and streaming at the same time, you are either not doing a good job streaming or not doing a good job driving, and there with this okay, yeah, that's also a nice solution, technical solution for a design problem. Okay, P-brake. Grandi is already congratulating the McLarens. Is this the decisive victory that the McLarens need, is the question. Darren noting that the walls are tougher. This is also correct on the track. Let's see. These tough walls for a second time. And yeah, here's like my try of a lap. It wasn't a 1:04. I don't even know the lap time here. I think I recorded this on Monday, it must have been. Yeah, should have been. And yeah. But Baku, honestly, as said before, it's a great track. I liked it very much, and I enjoy having it here in the TSU F1 2025. I am very grateful that we didn't have to race Monza, because I think honestly Monza is not a very interesting F1 track anymore. It used to be probably, but now I think like the races there are a little lackluster. We are slowly approaching a state of readiness. Darren still saying that he needs some time, so let's leave him be at least. I don't know. It seems like now we are starting. Then let's switch to the cast. I will do this as always. I will try to focus on Cam 3 stuff. I don't usually do a lot of crazy camera work. I rather have a good glimpse of what is happening on track. Now everybody's getting ready. The cars are hopefully approaching the grid as soon as possible, and we are hopefully getting a treat of a great race with some awesome action. And indeed, it seems like it. Let's see it from Grandi's perspective, and let's hide the leaderboard for a second there. And yeah, Nestori already up in the start, moving into a defensive position. Small collisions behind, but no noticeable damage on anybody's car. Pera got into a real big shunt, or must have been. Who is this? Oh, Igiyama doesn't find the turn-in point correctly. Gets also a little blocked out there to the inside, but he wasn't side by side sufficiently there, I believe. So that's why it is hard for him. And Taxivader with a little trouble. Maybe he caught a slowdown. Now he definitely got one, but he can keep his position for now. Darren in P7 with a very, very good move, starting from P8, making it up to P7 for now. Jabins in P6, getting a little bit of a nudge there in the back. Nothing serious. And oh yeah, Pera getting close to Cyberpunk, who finds himself on P14. Radi seems like he is having some trouble. Igiyama there, making his way back, and now on the long straight. Will we see any overtakes? And yes, that is Darren trying to make it past Jabins, but Jabins has the return call already open. Oh, it's set. Yeah, I always forget that I can't debug physics to see the draft. And it seems like a lot of always these collisions there on the turns. Okay, what's happening at the front? I dare to say not very much. Josh is already like a second to Nestori. But let's see if I can know that this. Ah yeah, now it's correct. Okay, now you can see the gaps that each driver has to each other. So the two Mercedes are actually Mercedes. The two Mercedes are actually very close to each other. We have Umpa behind in P5, who's doing a fantastic job. So far, Charge is on mediums, Nestori is on mediums. Grandi Stealth is the only one starting on hard in the P5, because Umpa is as well on his mediums. Jabins is on mediums, Darren is on mediums, Cassandra is on mediums, Tex is also on mediums. Who's also in mediums? Cyberpunk. Ooh, Cyberpunk making up a few positions on the long straight, using probably DRS or the equivalent, whatever it's called, draft. He moves over there to make space for Igiyama. That is a move that I don't really understand, but probably was feeling bad because he pushed Yomeli a little bit over the slowdown penalty. And Cyberpunk now getting pushed a little bit from behind from Pera as well. By the way, Cyberpunk starting on hard, your Melly starting on hard, Iggy on hard, Yuki getting the shortcut also starting on hard, which is honestly sad to say that Yuki is so far down now, because he is a very good driver. Oh no, Kusandari finds the wall into turn 1 and misses out on a lot of places. Darren now having an opportunity to get past Taxi Evader, and he sells the move completely. Very well done from Darren there, but can he defend now into the next corner? He's on the inside, which turns to the outside. Oh, he's getting slammed on the shortcut penalty, which must make him fuming. There wasn't a lot of room, and there was like 3 other cars coming out, but I still think that was something that the stewards have to review after the race. We have like a long train now forming up to P13 Yuki, up to from like P7 to P13. Everybody is in one big column, and I think that will be very interesting indeed, as we already see Yuki trying to get past Cyberpunk, and he succeeds in that. Darren pushes Kusandari a little wide there on exit of turn 2, but it didn't look malicious, honestly. We have... where are we? Java is now up to P8, which is honestly a miracle after his first lap collision there with the inside wall. And yeah, but in the front, not so much is changing. We have Oompa hunting down Jabens, who made it past Oompa, which is very impressive, but Baku is a Williams track. The Williams always very fast on the top on the top speed circuits, on the long straights, which is obviously not the case here, but it's nice to roleplay. And Jabens, having struggled a little bit through the last couple of corners, he now got overtaken by Oompa, but I think this battle for position isn't over yet. At the back we also see some close fights as their gap is increasing. Let's watch what Yomeli and Kusandari are doing. Well, not so much it seems. Still everybody is following each other, and let's see what Charged is doing. And if we look at the last lap times, Charged is still in a 104 territory. Obviously he isn't as fast as he was in the qualifying, but it's still very impressive to see what he is capable of. Yeah, Nestori is like so far behind. I mean, Nestori is like now racing in what I would call no man's land. He has 3.7 seconds to the first place, which is a really big gap. Sorry. And he has 1.6 seconds to the car behind him, which is, yes, half that, but it's still a big gap. So if everything stays like this, I think, yeah, the top 3 is settled. But I mean, let's see how the strategies and the different stuff there plays out. If Oompa and Jabens, who are still very close to each other, and then we have the whole group behind Igiava currently, who is also in the mix still for some position changes, at least right now. But we are approaching, and I have to open up the, no, that's wrong, the cheat sheet. Let's see, where did... Here, Igiara pushed it. Yeah, we are slowly approaching like the first pit windows for softs, because right now we are in lap 8. The earliest that Iggy ever calculated is like around lap 9. Sorry. Where we could see somebody changing from his softs, but the only one who would be able to is Pera, because the rest is running either mediums or hards. And what also breaks my heart is to see that Yugi has fallen back to P15, which is really a shame. Because I think he could have been up there, but yeah, maybe inexperience, or I don't know how to. Oh no, they entangle each other. Yugi should let Radi pass. Oh, this is really not nice to see. That is, oh yeah, okay. These two are just making it hard for themselves. Let's stay with a little more civilized racing, and we see a very civilized overtake by Darren against Iggy, but Darren not fast enough, not close enough. Iggy can close the door and defends his P8 with vigor. Darren now also under attack by Kosandari, and I think this is very interesting, because Darren, at the same time that he is attacking, he has to defend from Kosandari, and this is a very mental task, because yes, you want to go risky, you want to go fast, but you always can't, because then you risk losing 2 positions. So I think what Darren should do is play it safe. This also resolves the conflict there, but yeah, that wasn't what I meant by playing it safe. But anyway, J-Benz and Oompa are, I don't know, maybe J-Benz is struggling with tires or having some other troubles, but J-Benz really can't keep up with Oompa's Cadillac here. Oompa is a little too fast for him right now to catch up. They are both on the same tires, so I don't see a real reason why J-Benz should lose out by that much. I mean, he was much closer before, and of course there were some mistakes, we saw that, but it's not like not impossible for J-Benz to lap faster than Oompa. But it is what it is, it seems like. I think I'm not quite sure. We have Steph then 4 seconds behind Grandi, 4 seconds in front of Oompa. So Steph basically can do whatever he wants right now. He won't close the gap too much, but I don't know if it's the track or the cars or the interaction between each other, but it seems like our F1 drivers here are, yeah, let's say they now realize what challenge they have set upon themselves by competing here today in this lovely Thursday evening in this race. But nonetheless, up front, Grandi and Nestori are still reasonably close. 1.7 is a huge margin, but holy snacks, Batman. Charge is now 6 seconds ahead of Nestori. Previously it was like 3.7 or something like this when we last checked on Charge to see, hey, Charge, are you still doing alright? Yeah, no, thank you, I'm doing fantastic, Charge says, and does probably one crazy fast lap after another. Yeah, his last lap was a 1:04.9. This is faster than most people did in qualifying. It's unbelievable what Charge is capable of delivering here in this very championship. He is right now simply the best player, and he can very much play in the big leagues. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm if I'm a little tired and less energetic today, but this week at work is a lot of stress. We are approaching the end of a very important project where I'm heavily involved in, and it's just been a roller coaster of emotion from day to day, and I have to get up very early. I come home late, and I'm obviously a little sleepy right now already, but nonetheless we have good racing action on our hand, although the action itself currently kind of focuses more about like the strategic aspects of racing rather than the all-out brawls. But speaking of brawls, we have Iava being now very close to Kusandari. Oh, we heard some dinging in the background. Taxivator must have found that there are still walls around the track, which is obviously something that you could very well hit. They're now making the approach into the end of sector, or into sector 3 here, but getting a bad exit there out of the cast section, returning the new town circuit, whatever it's really called. I have to adjust my headset a little bit. Yeah, and he's not close enough. Igiawa still behind Kusandari. Oh, Kusandari there with a little bit of a mistake, and I think that should be a good opportunity for Igiawa to try to sell a move there. But honestly, Kusandari is doing a very good job of keeping his position still, and obviously overtaking is not easy here. You can overtake very good on turn 1, sometimes turn 3, but we just saw all these opportunities pass and nothing happens. So it's still very demanding. We still have to put your car in the right place at the right time to deliver a move here. But Kusandari, that's why. Okay, Kusandari is on mediums. The mediums are slowly disintegrating, and we might see some pit stops. And indeed, Oompa coming into the pit stop, into the box, getting a fresh set of mediums. We have Cyberpunk here fighting Yomeli. Cyberpunk and Yomeli both on hearts. Darren on P9 currently dishing out some justice or injustice, depending on how you see it, against Taxivator. Kusandari got overtaken by Igiawa. That is good thing, probably into turn 1, because we missed it, because I was too much occupied with seeing who comes out where on track. But so far I still think besides Para we will only see one stoppers. I'm pretty sure about this. Maybe somebody is even that crazy to go for a very long hard stint and take the softs at the end. But I think most of people will go mediums and then hards. But I think the most important guy, Nestori in charge, Nestori in charge right now. I'm very interested to see when they decide to come into the pit lane, because we are like now past the 16 lap marks, but it seems like Charge is staying out, and normally, yeah, so is Nestori. Granti still has hard tires, still should stay out. Jabin's with very old medium tires now. I think... Oh, that's surprising. Jabin still stays out. Maybe he is on a very crazy two-stop strategy, medium, soft. Or medium, soft. That would be also cool to see. We have Ikiyama and his very old hard tires. Kusandri is still out there. Normally Cyberpunk as well. Oompa was in the pit lane, but we saw that Yuki wasn't. Darren was in the pit lane. Okay, interesting. Just now, just this lap. Also Taxi Vader, who's not behind Darren. Maybe Darren was even a lap earlier than Taxi Vader, so Darren must have undercut Tax. Para also already got rid of his softs, now onto mediums. But I think Para will come again into the pit lane. Ooh. He has to, I think the tires won't last. I mean, we see here with Charge, I mean, Charge is probably still delivering crazy. Yeah. Well, a 5.8, yeah, so from now it's getting very slow, and I think we now will see definitely a tire change, because 33% left on a medium is insane, basically. But the problem I have with judging this correctly, and Judge, yeah, he goes by again. I really am surprised by that. Necessarily his teammate comes in. He has had enough of these choose through medium tires. Gets Grandi in the pit lane as well. But the rest of the field stays out. Both choose a hard tire. Jamin's now into the pit lane with his used mediums. Also going to hard, so yeah, that's most likely the one stopper. You could throw through Chip and okay, then we have Yuki Kusandari. We have Tex, we have Darren, we have Radi, who just makes it into the pit. With his beautiful Audi livery, very well done by him. And Radi also gets a fresh set of hearts. And now we see Charged coming in finally, also switching to hearts, so yeah. He overcut his teammate by one lap. And I mean, obviously, he is still in the lead, though he is now under attack by Stealth, which I'm really surprised of. Yes, because Stealth stayed out on his set of tires. The question is Mercedes now clever and uses Stealth to raise Charge for position? But no, it looks like he has not a lot of chance to stay in and fight here, because his tires are just like, no, they are giving out properly. I mean, you can drive these hards probably another 10% or even 15 if you are especially desperate, I would add to this. But yeah, then it's slowly getting frustrating. But maybe Stealth can surprise us. Maybe Stealth pulls out the very alternative strategy with like a long stint on hards at the beginning and then a stint on softs later on. But so far, I mean, obviously Charged is pulling away. He's still on his outlap, so I don't have currently a lap time from him, but I am certain that his lap times are off the scale, basically. Oh, small collision behind. Maybe someone kissed the wall. I am not sure right now. Let's see what charge is capable of. A 140.9. A 1049. That's what I wanted to say. Which is not his fastest lap, obviously. But he's still with the slowest sire. He is only 0.5 behind this, which is fantastic. And he probably will improve the next couple of laps. Naja, honestly, so far... Ooh, charged. Cyberpunk getting past Yormley here. And Yormley under attack by Oompa, who slowly approaches them from behind. If you ask yourself now, hey, at the start, Yormley and Cyber were so far behind. How did they make it in the P10? Or not so far behind, but they were definitely not in the P10. At least Cyber wasn't. And both of them haven't stopped yet. And I am very surprised to see when they stop, where they will come out. But right now, honestly, yeah, it died a little down. I mean, obviously there is a gap between a very small gap between Oompa and Yormley. And Yormley just crashed while I switched to him. I hope I didn't interfere with his connection too much, because whenever I switch, I know that people experience some form of warps. So I am very sorry beforehand. Darren apologizing to Yuki, which is nice. Which is a good thing in my opinion. Is there something interesting happening? Okay, Oompa made it now very close to Cyber, who, as we recall of last lap, has very dead hard tires. So it will be interesting for Oompa if and when he overtakes and he finds the spot immediately. These fast slowing corners are not very grateful to cars with used rubber. So it's no wonder that people are struggling there. Iggy coming in now. Switching to a set of mediums, which he should hold on to for a couple more laps. Like 15 or something like this. Nah, 17 actually. Yeah, that should work out for him. Okay. Yeah, honestly, right now the race died down a little bit. It will be interesting now as we see blue flags applied. Let's see if both Pera and Radi realize who is behind them. And yeah, Pera does so nearly crashes, but Pera is a very nice driver. He is a very lovely bloke. I drove with him in Group T, Season 1. Or Season 2? I'm not quite sure right now. I think it was Season 2. And yeah, he is a fantastic bloke. Nice to see him still on track. Charged now slowly but surely, making it up to Radi, who should also make it happen. Oh, what? Ah, yeah, Radi realized his mistake. I think Radi didn't expect Charge to come so close. Charge loses like 1.4 seconds out of this. Even 1.6 possibly. There's something going on with Cyberpunk as well. Cyberpunk's in the pit lane. Goes for medium tires. Nice. Will Cyberpunk come out in front of you? Yeah, okay, he will. No questions asked there. I think Radi should apologize afterwards to Charge. But I think it's clear there was no malicious intent there. I think Radi wasn't paying attention to the car behind him. He was focusing so much on the corner, which is, yeah, happens. I guess it's very annoying for Charge, which is sad, but yeah, it is what it is. Interestingly enough, we have J-Benz with hard tires and Taxivator with a little older hard tires, and Taxivator is catching J-Benz actually a little bit, because J-Benz, as we recall, had a very small gap to Oompa for a lot of the race. I'm getting pushed back here now. Okay, and yeah, also Kosandori is rejoining the fight, and who knows, maybe one of the three can still fight with the guys up top. But the problem is right now, Oompa, who was I think in the pit lane one of the earliest, he's definitely going for a 2-stop. He has 9 seconds to stealth and 7 seconds to J-Benz. So yeah, honestly, this could be interesting. Because Oompa definitely has to pit another time. I think he goes medium, soft. Who takes the better got past J-Benz, which is nice. And Kosandori, sorry, Kosandori is approaching J-Benz now. Let's see how they will figure this out. Also, not obviously with Taxivator in the mix there. If Taxivator isn't careful, he loses his position again. But so far, Kosandori is very close to J-Benz. I don't know, maybe J-Benz is struggling a little bit more with the heart. Oh, Radi being called out. Blue flags. Oh, Radi doing it again. Is Radi not aware of blue flags? I think so. That is twice ignoring blue flags. That's not looking good for Radi from a spectator point of view. He's rather new to racing, but to racing with us, but this is a little bit over the line because he did it twice. I think he gets a warning for that, or maybe even a penalty, which I hope not for him. But I mean, it is clear how to behave on blue flags. Okay, Kosandori is still behind J-Benz, and I can't understand why. He was so close on the rest of the lap, and now he fell back again. I don't get it. The question is also, when does Oompa go for his second pit? Because he is now in a window where he could maybe. I mean, he has 6 seconds to tax, 10 to stealth. Stealth could maybe pit and still be in front of Oompa. It's hard to say. Ooh, I'm getting more tired. Letting Umpa through, really nice of him. Oh, now Cassandra again, very close. This time it has to be enough, come on. I don't want to see Javens lose, obviously. But Javens does it very intelligently. He lets Umpa pass real quick and then tries once more to get him into a nice position where he can retake his lost position, but so far it doesn't work. Maybe no, still have to wait on this. Igiara in P9 currently trying his best to get into the back of Javens to get an overtake. Your melee and Darren very close together. Will we see an overtake from Garen for P10? It would be important for him to score another set of points, but he has to work for it. And your melee doesn't make it easy for you. I can tell that. He is very determined to keep his line, to play it fair, and to have a great fight. But I think this is what we were going to get, and Darren coming really close with the slipstream that these cars allow. We saw Umpa exiting the pit now, but I don't want to get from this. Don't want to get back from the great fight we are seeing. But surprising that Umpa ended up in P11 after that, so behind these two. I expected that he would be way faster out of the pit. Umpa with fresh soft tires coming out in traffic is the most horrible shit that I can imagine. I would be fuming if this would have happened to me. You can't always avoid these situations, but it's my opinion that it would have been better if he would have stayed out maybe one lap longer, and then maybe he had a better opportunity to battle with these two. And Umpa, that is a hard pill to swallow that he crashes there. Now his race is truly getting a challenge, honestly, because he now has no chance anymore to make it big or something like this. Now it's damage limitation. And speaking of damage limitation, Javens with such a strong quality, in my opinion, he still struggles on the hard. No servos, no excitement. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the excitement is there, but maybe I lack the energy today to really bring it over to the viewer. But the gaps are long, there's not a lot of overtaking happening, and the overtakes moves that we see are not that interesting, basically. And yeah, I mean, you see it yourself. Charge is running away with it. He has 10 seconds in front. He's 10 seconds in front of his teammate, and so he is doing a fantastic job holding up Grandi so that he can't get seriously dangerous for his teammate. Yeah, that it is what it is. Let's see here, this 5-car train. For a while I will lean back, try to not fall asleep, not because the race is that boring. I actually like how it's playing out, but it's a little underwhelming. It's a little Kimi Antonelli, little underwhelming in the words of Toto. And do I have to say any more of this? No servos, no excitement. That shows us servos are where the excitement is, but sadly sometimes it is very negative, the excitement that we get. And with his crash there, Igiara fumbles back to P10. Jabin's there, snatching not a position but lapping who is a para. But Umpa from his mistake recovered to 10th, which is nice. Darren in P12 currently. This surprises me because Darren had a solid qualifying. Darren is also on the 2-stop. So Darren now has a good opportunity to make it, or has created himself an opportunity here where he can make it to the points. But so far it's looking very, very unlikely, seeing that he has like still 3 seconds left to Cyberpunk, who is on rather okay mediums right now. Oh, Igawa trying to get past Umpa. Umpa must have passed him after his crash, I guess. Wow, Umpa here breaking the toe, at least partially. Iggy trying to size up Umpa, but it doesn't work. Umpa is just too good right now for Iggy. Again, Umpa on fresh soft tires, so he has the grip advantage, he has the pace advantage right now. And this is what makes it so hard for Iggy to keep up with, even though he still has like 50% mediums left, or 57 rather. Yeah, Umpa with his softs. Yes, they are degrading very fast, but I still think he can maybe even get past Yomeli there again. Jabins is now also racing in a very lonely spot. There are not a lot of cars around him. We see the Alpine of Cassandra in the front and well, nothing in the back. Maybe these two, yeah. Oh, I'm getting so tired today. It's crazy. It's actually crazy, and the action is not bad. I mean, it's no. I don't know. It's not a destruction derby on NASCAR race, but it's still cool. It's just time for me to go to bed, I guess. Okay, what else do we have on track? Charged is lapping Yuki now. Oh wow. That is a tough pill to swallow. Yeah, Para already +1 lap. Darren saying thank you, probably because of lap cars. Possible. Come on, guys. Get into an accident. Where is pace car necessary when you need him? He's racing himself, I guess. Oh yeah, come on, Umpa. Do it. 61% softs though is still on the brink of, yes, these tires won't make it through the night. It's very, very close that he loses his tire advantage and then Yomeli can pull away or defend successfully. But so far, still he is faster on the straights. Oh. Come on, Oompa, come on. He's so fast in the castle, but I feel it's not enough, honestly. Look how much your melee is now pulling away on the straights. Oh yeah, okay, now it's definitely getting away. Ooh. Oh, sleep stream incoming. No, I wouldn't do that. Never. It's weird. Oh yeah, come on. Final lap now. Then I can go to bed finally. Sorry for the bad wordplay. But yeah, it's... I mean, let's be real here. I expected way more of Baku. But we had such a race already this once here, where I thought, oh yeah, that's a background track in real life, and then nothing happened. But I can't think of the race right now. Was it Montreal? Or Belgium? Ah, not quite sure right now. Ah, Charge brings it home. With a very commanding lead over Nestori, his teammate. With Nestori in P2. Crossing the finish line, Grandi in P3. Well done from all there. With Stealth in P4. Bringing home good points, but McLaren increases their lead. We have then Taxi Vader in P5. Oh yeah, Stealth, sorry, I forgot Stealth. P4 in his Mercedes. Not quite sure if I said this. Then we have Taxi Vader in P5, who still doesn't make it over the lane. Now he does, it's crazy. Then Jabins P7. P8 is Yormali, who must have crossed the finish line before, and P9 is Oompa. Then we have Iggy, Cyberpunk, Darren, Yuki, and Para in P15. Okay, here are the results, guys. I hope you like it. I hope everybody had a good time still, even though the racing wasn't that excited as we hoped for, but that's also racing. It happens from time to time that we land somewhere that we don't think is as exciting. And yeah, guys, have a great night, have a great evening, and yeah, see you latest on Monday for the news again.